I'm not thinking short term, I'm thinking long term.
Yep.
Like, I feel like that's how you got to think. But once you actually start building your thing and it's like a machine
Yep.
and it's just rolling, you got to be like, okay, how can I make this machine, a $2,000 machine, into a $10,000 machine?
And if you guys can hang together, share resources, support each other, help each other get more money, or help each other reach more people, that's what we should be doing.
I think that's what I've focused on the past few years, like building a circle around me. A lot of my friends now are running their own businesses. A lot of my close friends as well are doing reselling. They're in the Discord. They've been doing it for years. They've never had to get a job.
How does someone at the age of 15 who sold flying helicopter lights on the street become Australia's biggest reseller? Jordan Caruccio's hustle has never stopped. Not only has he built a reputation for himself, he has become one of the top resellers in Australia and currently runs the biggest reseller community online called Low Key. And that's allowed him to invest into multiple properties and a dream Lambo, all before the age of 25. But behind all the glitz and the glam is the sacrifice, late nights, and a decade of grinding. What's the one cheat code if you could go back to 15 and go, hey, Jordan, do this, and at 20 you'll have what you have that I currently have now? What do you reckon that is?
I think the thing for me is what I experienced myself is you have to.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Point 01. Today we have a very special guest, Jordan Caruccio, on. He is a 25-year-old who runs Australia's biggest Discord group for reselling. Pretty cool. It's called Low Key. And if you've seen it or you've heard of it and you're in the reselling community, especially if you're in sneakers and stuff like that, and you probably would have heard of him before, very, very interesting. There's not many 25-year-olds out there that own brand new Lambos. So it's going to be a very interesting episode as we dive into his mind. But for those people who don't know you, Jordan, let's talk about how you got to where you are. Who are you? If I were to ask you, who is Jordan?
Jordan is a hustler who's been reselling for a while now.
Uh-huh.
It's taken me some time to get here, but I think a lot of hard work, perseverance, and a lot of time put into things has got me to the place where I am. Had to sacrifice a fair few things in my early years. You wouldn't see me at the clubs when I was fresh 18, and I think all those little things added to the point where I'm at now. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. What got you started in like business and entrepreneurship? I saw that you were selling lights before.
Yeah.
So what did that look like?
So the lights was an interesting thing. I used to travel to Thailand with my family and stuff once every year back when I was younger. And over there, they used to sell a lot of these like lights, these flying helicopter things for kids.
Yeah, the thing they throw up.
Yeah.
Then it comes down.
So I think that was where I got the initial idea, and I had done no selling or anything related to like entrepreneurial stuff. And I was like, well, Vivid's like a thing that happens 2-3 weeks every year. There's so many people that go. And I was like, why don't me and my best mate, we ended up just buying a lot of bulk stock from China. And we're like, why don't we just suss it out? At the time, we didn't know if you needed any permits or anything to sell. So we just went there. I think we went Friday, Saturday night. We bought these items for super cheap. Like we're talking less than 20 cents, and we're selling them for $5 to $10 depending
Where'd you
on the
get
item.
it? AliExpress?
Yeah, we're getting it from AliExpress.
Yeah.
And there was also a little warehouse actually in Carlton where they sold it, but they sold it for a bit higher price.
Of course. Everyone's got to earn a margin, right?
Yeah, of course. So if we did run out of stock, we would just head there. It was a good little backup option, but understand everyone's got to make their piece of the pie. But yeah, so that was actually the first lot of selling I did. We made a fair bit of money, and I was like, oh wow, I was a bit shocked, but also I wasn't, because I knew that kids love lights. It's vivid. Their parents are going to buy them things. So we did that for Friday, Saturday for about 3 weeks straight. Made a fair bit of money, and we'll G'd. I've never seen that much. I never had like any job or anything. So that
was your first ever thing?
That was my first ever hustle. I hadn't had a job by then. So I was literally just working things out at the top. I had my dad and my best mate's dad as like security guards, because obviously we were young as well.
How old were you, 17?
Nah, I would have been about 15, man.
Oh, 15.
15. So like we're catching the train in with my parents and stuff. So shout out to them for like supporting it and allowing me to do so, because I don't think I would have went in there by myself. It's a little bit unsafe. We had to hold boxes, and it was a lot of effort, but the return was really good.
Yeah.
And I think from there, we did that for about 3 years straight.
Wow.
And we just took advantage of a 2-3 week period of the busier times were Friday to Saturday, like I mentioned, but then we started going on Sunday, and we're just trying to make as much as we could and kind of build off that.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
I did learn like a lot of business like skills and stuff, just talking to customers, even trying to attract them. Like, we were screaming out on the streets like $5 helicopters just to get people's attention. And I'd never done anything like this before. So like my mate was like, he was more the seller and I was the one, just the advertiser trying to get the attention on us. So it was like a two-way street. But yeah, it did work really well. And I think that's what actually started my journey. And from there, obviously, because it was only a short period per year, it was more so what's next. And I think that's when I did actually get my first job as a waiter at a wedding reception. That was just for a little bit of extra cash. And from there, I was in school studying. I didn't really care too much about studying, although I was relatively, like I was smart, but I didn't want to go to the uni and stuff. By that stage, I wanted to do my own thing because I just saw how much I made from just selling some lights on the street. I was like, I'm sure I can do things
That a bigger.
Yeah, of course.
Which high school did you go to? James Cook?
I went to Aquinas in Menai.
Yeah. Oh, you went to Menai?
Yeah,
oh, you went all the way down there.
Yeah, I used to live in the Shire. Obviously, now I'm out of the Shire.
Okay. Yep.
So, yeah,
Shire boy.
Big change, but
yeah,
that's where my youth was.
Yeah, nice, fun times. What did you kind of learn when you were selling the lights? Did you ever get into trouble from any of the rangers or cops or anything like that?
Yeah, well, I think one thing I regret is probably not doing enough research. The first year was actually pretty sweet. We had no issues at all. But I think a lot of people started getting the idea every year onwards that, like, because we had crowds around us. I think if you're a regular person walking and you're into a bit of wanting to make money and stuff, you probably get the idea of, this is a good idea, let's do this next year. So the following year, there was more people. And I think by that stage, I think it was, the second year where you actually needed a permit to sell. So we rocked up, and the first few days, no issues. But then we had a situation where, like, the Rangers came over to us, gave us a little bit of a chat. They respected it because we were young.
Were you scared because you were young or not?
I was scared, but I think because our parents were there as well, like, they kind of...
They're just trying to make some money. They're just kids.
To be fair, the Rangers we did speak to, they did appreciate it. And I think, how could you not appreciate a 15-year-old trying to hustle? Yeah. But they did, like, say that there's people out here that are spending thousands on permits. Yeah. And we didn't have a permit at the time. So we kind of inquired, like, can we get a permit now? Like, we'll buy one. And it's more so a thing where you got to go through the government system, you got to get approved, and it would have taken weeks. Yeah. So we actually just went home that night, and funny enough, like the next day we were just like, let's just try it again, and we went back, and it is what it is. Yeah. And then by that stage, one day we actually did get chased by them, and we just headed home. And I think the following year from then, we had a little bit of extra stock left over where we didn't buy more stock because we knew that.
It was hard.
I don't even think we could because we were under 18. I don't even think we could get a permit.
Oh, right.
Something like that. So, yeah, we just sold our leftover stock for the first few weeks, and then we just kind of stopped that thing.
Yeah, right.
And there is still a lot of people doing it now. If you go every
you see it all the time.
You'll see it, and they do make quite a bit, but there's a lot of competition now.
There is. So what was next after that then? You would have been like, what, still probably about 18 at the time when you finished up the light stuff?
Yeah, I was probably around 17, I would say. So I was working still as a waiter. And then at the same time, I was in school. I had a mate randomly just say, how much do you reckon these shoes are worth? And it was a pair of Nike Air Mags. And they're the ones that light up and they auto-lace themselves and stuff. So if you're in the shoe industry, you'll know that
they're worth quite a bit. I mean, I'm not in the industry, but I've seen them.
You know. Yeah. So he showed me these and I'm just like, what are these ugly shoes type thing? Yeah. And I just guessed, like, I don't know, $500. Yeah. They looked a bit more luxe. Anyways, he showed me the prices on StockX, which was like a buying and selling platform for limited edition items. And it was like $40,000 at the time. And I was like, what? Yeah. And then from there, I think I went home that day and my mate wasn't even reselling or doing anything. He was just wearing limited edition shoes himself. He was interested in it, never knew how to get it. Yeah. So that's when I went home. I started looking into that whole industry and I realized the whole sneaker culture, the hype wear, Supreme, all that
Streetwear,
sort of
yep.
streetwear stuff was really popping off. And I don't think I looked too much into sneakers then. I think what popped my mind was Supreme at the time.
Yeah, that was massive
Back
then.
in from like 2010 to like 2018,
Yeah.
even a little bit later, Supreme was absolutely popping off. And in Australia, so they only ship to Japan, Europe, UK, and US. So getting stock in Australia was extremely difficult. And there was a fair few Facebook groups and stuff where you would have people from other countries overseas that would do like a proxy, which is where they would charge a fee on top of the retail. And I was just like, well, surely there's a way for me to get this stock to Australia. So I did so much research myself. No one was helping me at this time. And I figured out there was a reshipper that you could use. I still use them to this day, Shop and Ship. And they provide you with addresses in multiple countries, about 20 countries worldwide. So I was buying Supreme stock, shipping it to this address, getting it shipped to Australia. And most of the time I would do pre-orders on these Facebook groups and I would have my sales already in before I even bought the item. So more so pre-orders.
Yeah.
So I was making profit before, like I didn't even have the stock in my hands yet. And obviously nothing was ever guaranteed, but I started to build a reputation because there wasn't many people that were based in Australia that could actually get their hands on this stuff.
And was this all limited edition stuff you're buying, or was it like generic, easy to get stuff overseas, but you just couldn't get it here?
I think it was a mix of both. Obviously, with Supreme, you've got your more limited edition stuff like your box logos, like the tees and hoodies, beanies, those sort of things. But then you've got like every week, the first week of the Supreme drop, they would drop bags, shoulder bags and stuff, waist bags, all those sort of things. And they were really big here. And the thing was, they would usually sit available for a few weeks
On the European
sites. That I was ordering off the Italian site. And shipping it to an Italy address. And that's where, I just took advantage and capitalized off that. And that's how I kind of got my foot in the door and I started building my own reputation. People started coming to me naturally, just being like, can you get this for me? Can you get that? And I didn't even have to market that much because everyone knew that I was this Supreme plug now. And I was providing to them just whatever they asked. And that's kind of how things blew up in that sort of scene. And then
how much do you reckon you made that first year doing that?
Honestly, I reckon I made probably 10 grand.
Yeah, not bad.
And that was quite a bit of money for someone that was
18, 19 years old.
Yeah, that was still like working and stuff as well. So
no, it's good. It's still good money. I think a lot of people need to realize this, especially kids out there that are watching. Like, even if you make an extra 5K a year, it's good. Like, that's 5K extra that you didn't have. 10K extra, even better.
Oh, 100%. I think, you got to start small. Like, people always think that they can jump to the big numbers.
They want to be a millionaire straight away.
Exactly. And trust me, I understand, like, that's everyone's goal. But it's taken me like 10 years to get to the position I'm at now. And I think you have to go through those stages of making the small profit margins or whatever it is, because it all adds up in the end.
It does.
And this is why, like, if you can do a side hustle alongside your main job, that's what I was kind of doing. I was using my side hustle money and my job money to be able to invest into more things.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have much at the time. My parents didn't help me. They didn't assist me with funds. I started this all by myself. And I think it's just something that I just wanted to make it work. So I did whatever I could. Even if it was making 30, 40 bucks, I'll do it. And I'll just focus on the volume.
Yeah.
It all added up in the end.
Smart. What was it like when you were growing up then? Like, when you were younger, primary school, going through to high school, were you ever like bullied? Were you like the Chad? Were you like, what were you, like the sports guy, smart guy? What was it kind of like for your growth?
To be fair, in primary school and stuff, I was never into any of this stuff. It was more so once I got into high school. I was selling concert tickets at the time as well.
Wow. So you had that hustle mentality already.
I did have the hustle mentality. I think I was in year 9 or year 10 at that stage where, the concert tickets was... I was big into concerts myself. So I was going to your Drakes, The Weeknds, Chris Brown, all those sort of artists.
Yeah.
And I think there was some stages where I would buy additional tickets and I realized how big of a market there was. And obviously now there is laws and stuff for ticketing.
Scalper laws.
But back then there was nothing. And I had a few little tricks and stuff of how to get tickets. Back then, they used to have ticket tech agencies all around Australia, and used to be able to just rock up on the day. And from there, they would pretty much print out hard copy tickets for you and you would get them in hand. Whereas most people would get PDF tickets so I was flipping these off straight away.
Hard copies.
Hard copies, always hard copies are best. Making $100, $150 profit per ticket. My concert ticket was free ultimately, and I was still making profit on top. And I think that's where, not more so the bullying, but I did get name called in terms of like ticket seller.
But who gives a fuck?
That's the thing. And I think that's one thing where if you let people get to you, like you can't expect to get to a position where maybe you think you will. You have to kind of just, like, I didn't care at all. I knew I was doing the right thing for myself. And if I let those people get to me,
you would have quit.
I would have quit. And trust me, now, even to this day, I still see people, some of these people that used to hate are actually in my Discord.
Oh, really?
Which is hilarious. Or some people, they'll be very curious and they'll be like, oh, like, does it actually work? Like, you're doing so well, bro. But it's like, I remember 5 years ago, you were just
fucking talking shit about me
for doing this stuff.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing was there was some award in high school. It's like who's gonna run the biggest business or something like that. And a lot of people voted for me because they knew I was doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people were confused, and like there was a lot of haters that probably thought that this was just like
he's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
what the fuck does he think he is?
100%.
Happens.
That's just the tall poppy syndrome in Australia, where people really, if you're doing better than them, they just want to feel that it's because they're not doing enough. They want to make themselves feel better. And that's one thing that, there's something wrong with Australia for that here. Because I feel like when you go to Dubai, and that's why a lot of these like entrepreneurs actually move overseas, because it's less, there's less like,
it's less cutthroat in that sense. And I think definitely, like, as you're still young, you'll realize this is over time, like us entrepreneurs, the ones that have done well in their own respective industries, we just ultimately flock together. Like, you might do reselling, I might do e-commerce, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We have the same mentality. We're the same type of people.
100%.
And you realize in Australia, it's a massive, like you said, tall poppy syndrome sort of country. And I agree. If you drive a Lambo and you're young, you're a drug dealer. It's as simple as that, you know. And I'm sure you cop that all the time. Oh, what do you do, bro? You sell drugs, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, that's why we always support each other. Like, at the end of the day, if you're doing well and there's other people doing well, you realize that your tribe is not your friends anymore. It's the other successful people in whatever country, whatever city you're in. And if you guys can hang together, share resources, support each other, help each other get more money, or help each other reach more people, that's what we should be doing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what I've focused on the past few years, like building a circle around me that
have to have the right people.
A lot of my friends now are running their own businesses. A lot of my close friends as well are doing reselling. They're in the Discord. They've been doing it for years. They've never had to get a job. And they're doing it on a larger scale. And I think just having conversations around those people, you learn off them, they learn off you. We're all doing content at the end of the day. It's like, what do you find's working? What am I doing that's working best? And we're all helping each other, and we're helping each other level up in a way. And I think you need that around you, because there is a lot of people that will try and take advantage of you for the wrong reasons. And I think that's where sometimes you've got to burn bridges with people.
I agree.
Or you learn what some people's intentions are. But once you get past that phase and you build a strong circle around you, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very important. People don't realize this, is that, you know, it's actually quite a small community, those who are doing well here in Australia. As you start to look more into it, and same thing, as I'm building this podcast out, finding guests that we want to really interview and speak to, there are a lot of amazing people. But every amazing person that I've spoken to, they go, you know what, my circle's really small. I'm over here, you're over there. I wish I could just bring everyone together. You know, and that's something that I hope that over the podcast as well, as we get more guests on, eventually we can form our own little community of, you know, awesome guys. And all we do is we just share, and all we do is just, no one's here for anything. We don't need money anymore. Everyone's just here because we want to have the right people, the right minds around us, and we grow. And that's ultimately the goal, right? We would love to have things like that, because everyone that's gone through these unique struggles themselves know they were bullied at one stage. People didn't believe in them. You know, there's tall poppy syndrome. Everyone's always talking shit about them because they've done something that someone else can't do. You being 25, you got an AMG, you got a Lambo, like, you're doing well, you know, and you have investments as well, which means you're not stupid with your money. So like, you've done well.
Yeah.
Every other successful person will go, bro, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Mad hustle, great respect. But then you have the other side, the 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, other 30-year-olds that you might know go, who the fuck is this Jordan guy? Who does he think he is? Fucking Lambo? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You think you're a sick cunt? It happens all the time, yeah?
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
No, you're very right with that. I think,
and you learn who your real friends are in this in the business
I
world.
feel like you have to, because if you don't, people are just going to take advantage of
100%.
you, and you're just going to keep getting fucked over and fucked over and
100%.
fucked over until a point where your business is taken away from
Yep.
you or whatever it is.
Yeah, agreed. Did your parents ever have like this hustle mentality for you to adopt it, or was it like, where'd that drive come from? Did you guys have like a poor upbringing, middle class, upper class family? Like, because usually the way I see it is, the successful people either come from really successful families where that success kind of flows on and they've been taught those success lessons, or you come from a poor family. For me, it was the latter. We were almost bankrupt, like broke. We were so broke we ate out of bins. Like that's where our story came from. My parents are immigrants, right? So we had nothing. But where'd your story, where'd that drive come from?
I think from mine, we were like the middle class. My parents weren't well off. They weren't poor, but they weren't business minded. Still to this day, they work normal jobs.
Wow.
So I think it was all from me mainly. Like, I think it was just the research that I did that got me to that point. I didn't have anyone around me at that stage. I had no mates that were running their own business. Obviously, I was quite young.
Yeah.
So there was no one to talk to in regards to that. It was all just me, myself, my thoughts, the internet.
Yeah.
You didn't have ChatGPT back then.
Of course.
It was, like I said earlier, I didn't go clubbing. I didn't do all those things when I was in my early 18 years, teenage years. Now I'm able to travel the world.
Yeah.
I'll go to Europe, go to those fun places like
I saw you were just at like a beach club. Yeah,
Yeah, I
enjoying
just
your life.
went overseas now recently. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like I've earned that now.
I agree.
And I feel like I'm able to go there and not have to worry about doing certain things or should we not do this. Like, I've gotten to a position where I've sacrificed my early years. I'm able to do the things that I want to do now. If I want to,
I mean, you're technically still early years, bro. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. Still got heaps of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like it's been a long period. But yeah, I know there's still a lot of life left in me, and there's a lot of growth, and yeah, I know it's just getting started.
Yeah, 100%. So after you went into the sneaker side of things, like, what made you kind of want to create this Discord community?
Well, to be fair, I was doing a lot of like sneaker selling myself. I used to camp out overnight and things like that.
Yeah.
And I was reselling, I was making good money, but then it's like, how can I scale this a bit bigger? Because I was mainly copying items in store.
Yeah.
So back when Yeezys were big or Foot Locker, I used to have connections at JD Sports, like workers and stuff that used to provide me with info. But from there it was like, how do I start buying stuff online? So I actually found a Discord similar to mine, which was based in the US. So at this stage, there was no one in Australia that was running a reselling group.
Yeah.
So in the US, this was a big thing. Obviously, Australia doesn't get that much stock compared to like Europe and US.
Of course not, yeah.
I was in a US group, and a lot of the stuff, they had a Discord where they'll post information on releases that would only ship to the US.
Yeah.
So I was using my reshipper, but it wasn't like that great. But I was slowly understanding things from like, okay, this is releasing here in the US. That means it's probably going to come to Australia in a week.
Yeah.
So I started doing those sort of things, and I started buying things from Australia online, utilizing their info. And I'm just like, after I gained a lot of knowledge from that and I learned a lot, I was like, why don't I start my own group in Australia and see where that takes us? And the group actually started in 2019 in November.
Oh shit. So it's been around for 6 years now.
6 years now.
Wow.
And it started as a free group, and some of the things that we had in there, we had like discounted designer. So we had a guy that worked at Farfetch who used to be able to get discounts. Then we had some in-store information from like when Foot Locker stores were dropping. So back then they used to drop Jordans in-store, Yeezys at Adidas. And I used to have guys that used to be like, okay, we've just got in the stock now. Post in your group, come through. Some stores used to hold all the stock for me. I used to take out the whole stock, and then I would post in the Discord. Every store in Australia just dropped.
Wow.
And then that's where members were finding the value in the group. And from then we hired a developer who started making what we call monitors, which is, so you've got websites, let's say Adidas. Adidas would just randomly release Yeezys. We would have these monitors that scan the website 24/7.
Wow.
So as soon as they list them up in stock, members inside of our Discord get the notification. So
where did you find these developers? Did you just find them on Fiverr?
So I found one guy on Fiverr,
Yeah.
and then I found one company who we still use now, which is quite big.
Yeah.
They provide to a lot of the
Discord communities.
Yeah. And then I have a few private guys that I've just come across that actually that were members in our group.
Yeah.
And they also study like computer science
Smart
and stuff like
guys.
that. And I like that because they were a member of my group. They're still a member. They're making money off the Discord, but they're also helping
Other
the
people.
Discord get better.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where that started. And then from there, we realized the group was like kind of blowing up a bit because everyone was like, oh, how are you getting these shoes for retail? They're always sold out. And it's like, just join the Discord. All the info's in there and people were joining.
Yeah.
I was posting on my Facebook because I had a bit of a reputation like from the early days of selling Supreme. So I had heaps of people that were friends and stuff from clients and that. So I used to post on there being like, join the Discord. I used to post in the sneaker groups, get approval from the admins and stuff. So it started growing. We had a few hundred members, kept building. And then we're like, okay, it's been like a month now that we're free. We're actually providing good info here.
Yep.
What's the next step? So next step was $10 a month. So we shut the group off. If you want to stay and want this info, $10 a month.
Yeah.
So people were paying. The demand was crazy. We shut it off after 100 members.
Yeah. And
we're like, that's it for now. So we created this hype and people's friends, they were talking about it because there was nothing like this in Australia at that time. And that's when we built a wait list up and people were signing up to this wait list. And then we would drop 10 memberships every now and then.
Yeah.
And they'll just get eaten up straight away.
That's
$10.
cool. Yeah.
And from there, it just built. And then it went to $30. Actually, no, it went to 25, then to 30, then to 45. And now we're sitting at 60.
Wow.
And we've kept it at 60 just because I think it's a good balance.
I think it's affordable.
You don't want to charge
good
too
balance.
much. I know obviously there's people making good money.
Yeah.
But 60 is, you don't want to be charging the hundreds. So
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's very smart. Like from the way you're describing it, you're quite switched on, right? And I think a lot of younger generation don't really have that in their head to think about that. But you've done great, bro. Like honestly, you've built a great community, and I'm sure the people in there love you and they love what you guys provide, the value that you provide, and what you do. Are you still doing much reselling nowadays, or are you just pretty much focusing on providing more reselling resources to your people?
I've slowed down definitely, but I still do.
Because I saw in your warehouse, you got a fuckload of Nikes.
Yeah, we got a lot of sneakers. Obviously,
Are they all your personal stock, or is it like?
One funny thing is I actually don't have many personal pairs. Most people I speak to when, like, I was doing sneakers a lot, they're like, "Oh, your collection must be massive," and I'm like,
Well, bro, I got 3 pairs.
I see so many pairs come through
Yeah.
that it's just like it doesn't faze me. Like
It's
my first pair
desensitized, yeah.
it's like my first. Maybe it sounds stupid, but it's like I see so many Yeezys come through. It's like, yeah, I got my first pair, exciting, but then it's like you're able to get every color, so it's like,
Whatever.
yeah, it's kind of like that. And I feel like I do miss that feeling because back when I was like trying to get that first pair, or it was really hard to get some certain pair, and it's like I got it now.
Yeah.
Once you have it, it's just like, fuck, it's in
Now
my
you
hand.
know,
I've got it.
you know how to do it. You're looking at it, you're like, oh, everyone's fucking dying over this pair. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, but I still do resell. I try and focus on things with like higher profit margins.
Yep.
And a lot of the time, if I'm gonna go, whether it's in store or cop things online, I'll try and make a content video out of it.
Yep.
So for example, the other day I went to Big W. They released these Pokemon Prismatic Elite Trainer boxes.
Yep.
Retails like what was it, $99, and it was 180 resell. So it was one per person, but I went there, had my Meta glasses on, recorded the checkout, and I posted in the Discord if you want to get multiple. Just change clothes. Change clothes or come with your mates. And I changed I got 16 in the end between like 4 different stores. It's actually hilarious. I've got a bunch of photos on my phone of all the different outfits and stuff that I put on. So I made a video out of that, and that's the thing. Like obviously I'm making decent amount of money from it as well. So it's a good little side thing.
It's like $1,500 profit just like that.
Yeah, 100%. It's pretty good. And it wasn't much effort at all. I had Big W store workers giving me information before the store opened. The store opens at 8. At 7 a.m, I would be messaging, check the stock at this store. They would send me all the stock updates.
Wow.
So I would have posted this in the Discord. Members would then rock up to the store before it even opens and there's no line. It's just our members.
Yeah.
And I'm rocking up and I'm seeing other members there and we're all having a laugh and everyone's like coming
Everyone's
up
here to
like,
make $80 today.
yeah, everyone's here to make money. And then you see everyone else changing outfits. They're like, fuck, I've seen you go in like 5 times now. I'm like, yeah, bro, why not? Like, there was like 160 stock at each store. It's like some stock lasted 3-4 hours. But it's
There you
like,
go.
if you're not in the Discord, you wouldn't have known about this stuff.
That's right.
And that's where it's like, I feel like some people don't want to pay for things. They feel, once again, the tall poppy syndrome where it's like, I don't want to pay this guy for info. But it's like, if you actually want to be able to get this stuff, get your hands on it, whether you're a collector or reseller for profit, you need to be in these communities where you get this intel, because no one's providing it for free. Quite frankly, no one is. And yeah, you just have to be in them.
No, I 100% agree. Like, a lot of people out there will look at these online guru type things and they'll be like, oh, you're such a scammer, this and that. But to be honest, you learn over time as well. I think it starts with the mentality that a lot of us were like in the survivor mindset. So to see someone, especially someone younger than you, ask you for money so that they can give you information, people see information as something free because we have ChatGPT, because we have Google. They think information is always going to be free because it's so accessible.
100%.
But the reality of it is, the older you get, the more successful you get, the more you value information. For example, let's just say if you were going to want to learn about e-commerce, would you rather try to figure it out on your own, watching YouTube videos or whatever? Or let's just say if I provided a consultation thing, right, and I charged 10 grand for it, and I've made 50 million e-commerce in the last 5 years, would you rather come and ask me and buy some of my time to teach you versus watching YouTube videos randomly trying to figure it out? Or would you rather just try to keep everything free and save that 10 grand? Same thing. When I was getting into property as well, I'm like, am I educated about property? No. Am I the smartest person to ask about property? No. Do I know people smart about property? Yes. How much do they charge? 30 grand. Should I ask them for that? Is that expensive? Fuck off, it's expensive. But if I bought the wrong property, how much do I lose? What's that cost to me?
It's just,
you know what I mean?
It's the value exchange.
Correct.
It's like, yeah, I understand, obviously it's risky dropping that much money, especially if you're just starting out, but sometimes you have to do it to get you past that.
I agree.
That, like, a lot of people are scared in a way. And it's like, once you get past that first step, it's kind of easy from then. And I see that
I agree.
a lot of the time in the Discord, you get people, they're like, oh, I was scared to join the group, but I've already made $1,000 in 2 weeks. And it's
There
like,
you go.
thank you for trusting me. All you had to spend was $60. Like, I'm not asking for thousands. Like, there is people out there that charge thousands, and they're charging for like a PDF or whatever. I'm no PDF. I'm not a course. It's, you get info, you get access to all that sort of stuff. And it's actually going to help you make money, not just info that you go and use yourself. Like, we'll give you the links of the items to buy.
Just go click on the fucking link.
Click the link, bro. Post it up on eBay. Sell it. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I think that's why what was fascinating about you that I wanted to kind of bring onto the potty, because I was like, okay, not only, well, you started making content this year, which is great, so congratulations for that. But also, like, I was like, okay, this kid's young, he's done well, you know, he's got himself a Lambo. You just got a couple months ago, right?
I got it in end of February.
Yeah. Like, I remember seeing it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But you do what a lot of people think is very scammy. Right, which is like, oh, you know, I'm teaching you guys all of this, but if you want to get access, you got to pay me, jump on my Discord group, and then usually what happens afterwards is, I sell a $3,000 mentoring course and all that sort of shit, right? That's the typical online digital guru 100%. Pathway. I've seen that over the last 15 years of my life, right? I've been in the digital space for, pretty much half my life. So I've seen all of that, and I was like, okay, cool, let's get him on. And I was saying to you before the show even started, I was like, let's get him on, let's have a look. And so I asked you to join your Discord, and this is for all of those people out there who are skeptical of things like this. There's no doubt there are fucking scammers.
100%.
And I'm sure you would have met
100%.
them, you would have seen them. But what do you think is the biggest difference between the people that are scamming? Like, what are some of the red flags that you kind of see being a person who they will usually align on the same? They'll just see it face value. Selling Discord scammer. Right. What are the red flags you've seen with the guys that actually do scam people versus, for example, you're actually providing a paid service now? What's the difference?
I do think that a lot of these guys that are charging, they're doing more high ticket stuff.
Okay.
So they're trying to get you at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 up front. And what they do that I don't do is they guarantee, they'll be like, oh, quit your 9 to 5, this sort of thing. And I feel like that is one of the worst things you can do, is guarantee something
I agree.
That's probably not going to happen. Whereas me, I'm like, this is more of a side hustle thing. If you're in school, if you're studying, or if you already have a main job, do this on the side. You make a secondary income. That's the difference. I'm not saying you're going to be a millionaire overnight. You're going to become so rich, because I know I've been reselling for so long now. I know you can't make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year. It's
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah.
Like people know that. There's obviously levels to reselling that you can scale hard, but for a normal average person that's just getting into it, they're slowly starting, you're not earning those figures. I'm sorry. So I think the difference is as well is they make these like PDFs where it's just information, do this, do this, do this. Whereas I'll give you the exact things. Like I'll do a full write-up of this is releasing on Target this morning, $80 retail, 200 resell. I'll post the link of the item, or if it's not up yet, we'll say just watch out for this monitor. As soon as it drops, you'll get notified.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you where to sell it. Do it on eBay. Depends. Facebook Marketplace, Facebook groups, whatever it is. We'll guide you the whole way through. And all you have to do is obviously buy the item
Just
yourself.
go and do it.
And then sell it. And then ship it out. So that's the difference. I'm not saying, oh, this is releasing soon. Go do your own research.
Yeah, figure it out. You're on your own, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, this is coming, guys. You'll make $100 if you sell it, but I don't know when you're gonna get it. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference as well. Like, obviously, we have quite a few subscribers now.
Yeah.
Over these past 6 years, but still to this day, if there's a release, I will be on it. If there's a release at 1 a.m. or whatever, I'll wake up for it, or I'll stay up for it.
Yeah.
Just to be online. Obviously, I have a team and staff and stuff that can do it, but I want to be on top of it because I feel like if you're running a business, you need to be I could easily just fuck off right now and the business will probably go to shit. But I think that's why a lot of people respect, if you're in the Discord, you would know that they respect that I'm on it.
Yeah.
And that's why there's been so many other reselling Discords that have started and they've actually shut down. And I put a lot of time and effort into it every week, trying to find new products or staying up to date with what limited edition stuff's coming out. And I'm always on it. And I feel like, yeah, a lot of these gurus and scammers, you're not even talking to them.
Yeah.
You're talking to 5 other people down from them that are getting paid by them, and they're just sitting in their penthouse taking your money, and you never hear from them.
I agree.
And that's what I think is wrong, and I think that's been probably one of the hardest things in getting more members and like growing the group.
Right? Like
credibility. But I do think, like we've done a few articles with news.com.au, Studio 10, CNET, those sort of things. I feel like they do add credibility. But at the same time, there's always going to be people skeptical because of these scammers.
Of course.
That are scamming people. I get DMs all the time being like, hey man, does this actually work? And I'll just be like I understand like you're skeptical. Like go look at my Instagram stories. I'll post everything on there. I'll post what we copped for the day. I'll post our write-ups, members' success. Like you can't fake an eBay sale.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like some of these drop shipping things, they're faking the numbers and it's all bullshit.
Changing the screen and then that's
changing the dates. Like it's all bullshit. And I feel like once you get past that mentality of everyone's a scammer, if you can get past that and you actually find genuine people, there is genuine people.
Yep.
Then that's where you'll find that breakthrough and you can actually start hustling. But it is hard, and I feel bad for the people that do get scammed, and that's why I say just look into things and actually do your research.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty simple, but there is young people, like we mentioned earlier, that they want to become a millionaire overnight.
Of course.
They see people posting this, thousands of dollars of money poured out on a
table
or whatever. And it's
we do sports betting.
Betting.
We do this and that. Look at this. We just made 50 grand. Look
And
at
then-
this. These were our picks, you know.
And that's the thing as well. Like, people do come to me and they'll be like, why are you selling a Discord then? Like, if
you're making money doing what you're doing,
but
why are you selling
I
a
look
Discord?
at it like reselling a lot of items, it's limited edition. You can't cop 20 of the one item.
They'll give you 1 or 2 or
Yeah,
whatever.
you can only get a few. So it's like, I can't be doing it on a massive scale myself. So it's a bit different. Whereas sports betting, it's like, what's the difference? Like, why don't you just place $100,000 on, understand you get stake limited and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have to sit there and post money to get people to join my server.
Yeah.
I reckon 50% of people joining are from referrals.
Yeah.
We have people that have affiliate links and stuff, and they're to their mates. Oh, I want to invite my mate. I think they're inviting their whole circle. 6 mates are in the group.
Yeah. I agree.
And I feel like organic is the best way because obviously you can spend money on ads and stuff like that. But organic from people that are in the group referring their own mates can't get better than that. With any business, organic is key.
Correct. I agree. Like that word of mouth marketing or word of mouth referral is always going to be the strongest form of marketing with the most loyal clientele that you'll get. And I think that's very, very smart. So, yeah, I mean, you've done very well. I actually asked you earlier, and I think this is something that I wanted to talk about because a lot of people are skeptical, right? And now that we're here, for those people who are actually watching the visual podcast, you'll see us go through this at the table. But for those who are listening on audio, you won't see this. But I actually asked Jordan earlier to chuck me into his Discord to actually prove to me that it's not bullshit. Because, you know, we don't want to come onto a show, bring on a scammer and everyone gets ripped off or whatever, because we're always talking about each other's businesses here.
Yeah, sure.
You know, and we keep everything very, very transparent. And this is crazy, bro. I'm looking at the Discord. I'm a boomer, yeah? So, like, I'm not actually a boomer, but I'm like in Discord, I am.
Yeah, of course.
But there's a fucking shit load of tabs here, bro. There's so many channels. So I can see here, for those who are seeing at home as well, there's a ton. And that's crazy because even just setting up a Discord like this is going to be a lot of hard work. But run me through, how does it actually work, right? Let's just say I have no idea.
Yeah. So let's say you're just joining now, you've paid.
Super curious. I just paid. I get access. What does it look like?
You get access. You join the Discord. From there, you get access to your own welcome ticket where there'll be a staff that can help you out. We'll guide you to set up your notifications and stuff so that you're getting notified for the profitable drops. And then when we run through the channels, you've got breakdown. So we've got a Pokemon category where we'll put like a start selling Pokemon. We'll post all the items.
So you can see here.
Yeah, we'll post all the items that will be like currently flipping. And then we'll have individual channels of what I mentioned earlier on, which is monitors. So these are called restock monitors. So when Target, Big W, JB Hi-Fi releases these Pokemon items, you get notified. And it'll send a notification straight to your phone. And if you have your notifications on, you'll get notified. And then we'll tell you, like, we'll tag everyone and be like, buy this, $50 profit, or whatever it is. Click the link, you buy it. And then there's obviously other categories like, so we have upcoming releases section. So we'll have write-ups for upcoming releases. So the other day there was like Bluey coins that released. So there was like a $2 silver-proof Bluey coin. I'm sure you guys know what Bluey is, kids thing. Retail was $90. Sorry, $100.
This is where it is now. I hope I'm looking at the right place. Coin Marketplace, right?
Nah,
it's the wrong place?
It's a bit further up. It should be in upcoming releases. It was last week. It might not be there anymore. But it was, $100 retail. If you go on eBay now, they're selling for like $350 to $400.
Crazy.
And we had a full write-up of all the stores that were releasing in-store. As soon as the online website's released, most stores released at 8:30 to 9 a.m. You got a notification, you buy. There was obviously some raffles and stuff that you enter. But this is all limited edition stuff. So if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. We'll do the write-up before for you. You can work out if you're happy with $300 profit, $200 profit, which is a lot of money. You buy the item. Of course, you're not guaranteed to buy every single item. You're competing with like other members, of course, and it is limited edition. But no one's going to be online at the same time. Everyone's doing their own thing. People work. Some people are at home. Like, you know what I mean? And you just buy the item. From there, it'll get shipped to you. And then you list it up on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, possibly even before it arrives to you. Or even before it releases, you do a pre-order. So you've locked in a sale before it even drops. And most of the time I'll say if it's going to be an easy cop or whatever, and you kind of decide that yourself. And then you make the profit. But eBay is the main platform where we sell on. But from there we cover pretty much everything. Coins, Hot Wheels.
I saw.
Barbie dolls.
There's so much random shit here.
It's a lot of random stuff and things that you wouldn't even think of.
You've got Pop Mart as well.
So we did Labubus for a while. I did start my own Labubu group as well on top of this, which was like a $10 a month thing. That's actually still running. But we do have the Labubus in there. We sold them for about 9-10 months. The profit margins were insane. Crazy. Obviously now the market's crashed a lot, but before Australia even was onto it, we were onto it way before. So there was a certain demographic in Australia that was like buying these sort of things, but then it became like everyone in Australia wanted one at one stage. And it's like, we were doing this before. It's like, where were all these buyers then? So people just jump on the wave late, whereas I feel like we're pretty early. I don't know. Something I'll mention that was quite hilarious that we've been selling recently is clinkers. I don't know if you've seen the chocolate trend. On
we
TikTok.
just had some in the office.
So they cut the clinker open. Whatever
what
color it is.
Yeah.
So clinkers are actually Australia exclusive. So there's a lot of people in the US. I don't like really reselling food and stuff, but there's been a few things where like I don't think it's that bad, but we're buying them. Well, still now we're buying them for like $3-4 when they're in stock from like IGA, Woolworths or Coles.
Yeah.
They're selling on eBay for like $40-50, but people are buying like 2 packs at a time, 3 packs at a time or whatever.
For a pack of
We're
clinkers.
selling them. So the margins are absolutely insane.
That's cooked.
This is just what I mean by like, there's so much ways to make actual profit. It's like,
the fuck? That's
you
so
wouldn't
cool.
even know.
Yeah. No,
Even
I
like,
wouldn't even afford
even
that.
like the Bluey coins, like I mentioned. Like who's going to buy a $2 Bluey coin?
And
Like,
try to flip it for $400.
I know you wouldn't think it, but
That's
it's like if
crazy.
you're in the reselling industry, you would know these sort of things.
Yeah.
Even Barbie dolls, Hot Wheels, like
That's
Hot Wheels has
crazy.
always been a big market, but yeah, this year Pokemon's been a real big one.
I heard Pokemon's come down a bit. Has it come down a
It's
bit?
come down a little bit,
Yeah.
but a new set just released the other day, and the rest of the set's releasing later this week.
Yeah.
But it's popped off a lot, and I know Pokemon's been a thing for a while. We only jumped into it in around January, but
Yeah.
nearly every week there's been Pokemon drops, restocks,
Really?
and the margins are pretty good.
Yeah.
Like we're talking 2 to 3 time return on investment on some
Wow.
items, and it's pretty easy to cop multiples because there's a lot of
Well, I don't think Australia is very big in the Pokemon scene anyway.
No,
if it's
we're
US,
not.
it's a lot harder.
It is the US a lot, but you've got now a lot of these like streamers and stuff on
Yeah.
Whatnot, which is like a streaming platform, as well as TikTok where they do pack openings.
Yeah.
So all these guys are selling good amounts of stock, and they're buying all these stock from our members.
Oh,
Even
right.
stock that I get, like I'm selling to all these streamers, and they're buying bulk off me. Like,
Fuck.
yeah, so
Crazy.
it's actually funny how it works, the Pokemon market. It goes through a few different people
Yeah.
until it hits the actual final like,
Collector.
yeah.
Wow. That's so interesting, right? With this though, here's the thing, right? And I've always been curious about this because I have a lot of resellers around me.
Yeah.
So it's you buy these items. One, how do you know how much to sell them for? And two, how long do you usually hold it? Because I'm in e-commerce, so we know
Yeah.
we have dead stock, we have
Of course.
stock that doesn't move, we have
Yeah.
stock that moves very slow. And by the time, if it's a reselling market, if it moves slow, it's dead already.
Yeah,
You know, you're not going to
sure.
get money back,
100%.
or you barely even break even if at that stage.
Yeah.
So how does that usually work? Run me through that. How do you know how much to sell an item for? Is it just literally based on last sold on eBay, but then you're waiting for someone else to sell it first? Or is it kind of like you just make some arbitrary number and try to sell it there?
Yeah. Well, I think it really depends on the item. Sometimes you can kind of look back at the old track record of like certain things that are similar or releasing in similar numbers. But I do think eBay last solds is a good way because a lot of items nowadays, people do pre-sales.
Yeah,
and people
right.
buy pre-sales. So if I'm seeing there's a release, for example, the Bluey coins, I saw about 50 to 70 pre-sales within 3 to 5 days prior to the release, which is
Wow.
crazy.
Do they list it as pre-sale as well? or
Yeah,
no?
it says
They do.
pre-sale,
Okay, yeah.
and they usually set the handling time to like the max that they can
Yeah,
sell
like
on
14
eBay,
days or whatever.
something like that. So I think that is a good way to check the market because
Yeah,
if there's
right.
a lot of early sales, it means there's a lot of demand early.
Yeah.
But also I like to check the engagement of like an Instagram post and things like that, especially for concert tickets for the legal ones that we do.
Yeah.
If you check like the Instagram post, you can check how much engagement there is, and that's a good way to check. Or you check also checking how much stock there is available. Like sometimes we'll have intel from workers where they'll be like, okay, there's 6,000 stock releasing.
Yeah.
If I know that 6,000 is a lot or not enough compared to like previous drops, I'll
Yeah.
know kind of an average ballpark figure of how much these will
Mark up
approximately
for.
sell for. But
So-
a lot of the time as well, I like to set, like I like to post items where you have free returns.
Yeah, right.
So a lot of items have 14-day, 30-day free returns. So if you can't sell it, which I don't like obviously we have a fair few members. If I'm posting things and they're not selling, like people are just going to leave the group.
Yeah,
know
and
what
you're
I
going to
mean?
get pumped.
So sometimes if I'm a bit skeptical, like I won't post it. I try and focus on things with high demand, low stock, and we go from there.
Yeah, smart man. I love that. That's really good. Like the reselling industry is so interesting, right? Because you see a lot of resellers, they make a ton of money. We literally used to have eBay opposite to us here.
Yeah.
The eBay office used to
Okay.
be here, right? It was just opposite to us. They used to do all the legit checks and all of that.
Yeah.
So I know that those guys, they just used to always walk out with fucking piles of sneakers and
Yeah,
handbags and stuff like that. That was their secret like legit check place, and all of that. So the eBay blue check office was there, or whatever the tick thing. So we saw like a lot of these resellers, they make a shitload of money. You know, even you
100%.
yourself, you make good money.
Yeah.
So that's so interesting, and you get a lot of the insight, and you get a lot of these. I think it's for anything that you do in life, you kind of have to have someone in the market giving you the know, like before the general really gets onto it.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting stuff. So yeah, it's cool. Like, do you teach like all of your members? Do they have to use bots? Do they have to use all of these things, or you guys just monitor and they just go, hey, it's out. Go try to click on it and try to buy it. How does it usually work?
So a lot of people think like you need bots to buy items. Trust me, there is people out there that use bots. It's more of an American thing. There's not many sites to bot in Australia. It's pretty hard. Or the developers aren't actually creating bots for Australian. A lot of stuff is private bots, if anything.
Yeah.
But our main thing, like the name low key, came from like me. I used to find like low key websites where you didn't need a bot or anything like that. And that's where the name actually came from. And still to this day, I've never used a bot. And it's always just like manually focused.
You just literally open the link, click the link,
yeah,
buy
that's
it,
the thing.
ship it to your
And
house.
a lot of the time it's like, because there's no other competition in Australia really doing this, I'll post it a few minutes before it releases and we'll just clean all the stock up.
Yeah.
And we'll have like, there's certain little things like, you know, when you go on a website and you've got to add to cart and stuff, we have buttons in the group. So when it pings the actual restock, there's a button that will take you straight to the checkout page.
Oh, really?
Where you input your details.
As in, like in the actual Discord group. So,
Yeah,
if you post it up, you already have a link to cart essentially.
Correct. It takes you straight to the checkout.
Interesting. Show me where it is. What does it look like? What would be one that's recent?
You can go to like one of the Pokemon channels.
Yeah. Which one? AIO Phantasmal Flames?
Or you can go like...
Well, I see here there's a lot of like eBay links, StockX links.
Yeah. Nah, go to one of the channels because it depends on the website. It has to be a Shopify website for it to actually show up.
Yeah, that's true. Because Shopify, you have the checkout link.
Yeah. So if you go to one of the it will say default title or ATC1. Mm-hmm. If you see on...
Default title ATC1. Let's find it. I'll search it.
It probably won't come in the search, to be fair.
Okay.
Just go to...
So we're learning now. We're learning how to actually find this.
I don't have my phone on me to show you.
Yeah, show me on mine.
Okay.
So yeah, for the visual viewers, like I'm always very curious, right? So like the reason why I wanted to do this and break it down actually on camera is because then Jordan can actually show me, hey, like these are how the groups are structured. It's how it works. It's actually very fascinating how these communities work, and I'll be very fair. There are a lot of these types of small niche communities all around the world for everything. From things like crypto to Shopify to whatever. There's buy and sell signals for fucking Forex and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. So a lot of people are going to be super curious as to the real breakdown. And I don't think I've ever seen a podcast or a thing where people actually are willing to put, you know, their actual business where their mouth is and go, hey, just go tear it down. Let's open it up, right? We're not doing like a investigative report, but the reality is...
So that's just like a random notification there, and you'll see the ATC button. So
let's show everyone.
This isn't even a profitable item, but this is just an unfiltered item, but it says ATC 1, ATC 2, and it goes all the way up to ATC 36. So ATC means like add to cart.
Yep.
And it takes you, if you click the 1, it means it's 1 quantity. If you click the 2, it's 2 quantity.
Wow.
So if some items, like especially Pokemon items, when we're buying like individual packs, like if you order 36 packs is a booster box.
Yeah, right.
And that a booster box is like sells for good amounts.
A lot more money.
So it's a quick way, instead of manually adding 36 to cart, if that's in stock now and you click that button, it will take you straight to the checkout where you can actually then just Apple Pay straight.
Literally straight up,
if
pops
you press
up.
the next one.
I'm going to click visit link and see if it takes me straight.
Providing it's in stock still.
Yeah. Or it's going to ask, take me to JB and then see if it's still here. No, I think it's gone. I think the link's down.
Is it?
I might be wrong. Let me go back. Let's have a look. So obviously there's always going to be technical difficulties if there is. But let's go onto JB. Yeah, so it doesn't pull up the actual product anymore. Might be gone for 36.
Try 1 maybe.
Yeah, have a look.
Is the actual link in stock?
Yeah, well the link's not popping up anymore.
Yeah, okay. Well, the link's been taken down.
Yeah, so so that's why it's just technical.
But yeah, when obviously when there is certain drops, like JB Hi-Fi drops a shit ton of Pokemon stock.
Yeah.
So it's all about like speed. So instead of clicking the link, pressing add to cart yourself, it's going to take you straight there.
Yeah.
And then you just press Apple Pay and boom, that's it.
Yeah. That's smart. Like
So-
you got everything fast.
But that's not like, I wouldn't even classify that as a bot. Like you're still manually checking out.
Yep.
It's just little like additional
Hacks.
tools and hacks. Yeah.
Oh, here's an example. Do-it-yourself rockets. I just clicked on ATC1 and it takes me straight to the
Yeah.
website.
So if you click like ATC 3 or whatever, it's
Yep.
going to put 3
So
in
I'm
your
going to
cart.
try that now. So I can't even show people, but this is, so let's just say ATC3, visit site, and then it just goes to a link, and it's just loading, and then bang.
See how there's 3 in the cart?
Yep, so there's 3 in the cart. That's cool. That's smart.
Yeah,
I like
it's
how
just
you
a
do that.
Little hack. But yeah, sometimes even certain releases, if we have the link early, we're able to grab the variants.
Yeah.
Where we can actually get the checkout link prior. So if there's a scheduled drop at 9 a.m. and we already have the early link, but it's not published,
Yeah.
sometimes we can get the ATC links prior. So as soon as it drops,
Bang.
you click the ATC link and boom. So you're not searching on the website to find the actual link. There's all other little hacks where like a few minutes prior, you can add a random product to cart, go through the checkout stage, or set up your shop pay. So
Yeah.
it's just a one button
One
click.
button checkout. Yeah.
So yeah, all little things that I feel like I've learned over time, and just
Smart.
it just speeds up the process
Very
of
smart.
things.
Well, I want to ask, because I just saw this one, right? This is such a random product.
Yeah.
To me, I'm just like, what the fuck? A do-it-yourself rocket from Dejeco,
Yeah.
or Dejeco, or however you say it, from Kid Stuff. How do you identify that this is a product that people want?
So there's in the Discord, like you've got the monitors, so you've got the AIO channels.
Yep.
So AIO is like filtered channels based off certain keywords.
Right.
So certain profitable keywords. And you've got unfiltered channels where it just pings everything
Random.
that like is loading onto that website.
Yeah.
So we'll set up keywords like Pokemon or Jordans or
Yeah.
Dunks, and then everything that's under that keyword will fall into that channel.
Right.
So not always is it going to be profitable. That's where like we will tag you if it is
Yeah.
profitable, and someone will tag and be like, tag everyone, you'll get the notification, and then $100 profit, and then you buy it. All
Oh,
sort
interesting.
Of things.
So do you list on it how much profit per thing?
On the release, if you go like the upcoming release channel
Yeah. Where's the upcoming release? Is that near the top?
towards the top,
Yeah. Group notifications, affiliate, announcements, release announcements.
a little bit above that, there should be
Coming soon.
a little bit below that.
A little bit.
know what I mean?
You know.
Yeah, so here. So scroll to the top.
Yeah. So see, this is cool. I like doing this sort of stuff because it's an actual breakdown, you know, and it's an actual kind of insight into what the channel looks like on the
Oh,
inside.
100%.
A lot of people are scared when they join things because it's like you got to pay money, then you get to see what's inside, then you get to see what you kind of value you get. And so for me, as someone who doesn't resell, I'm not a reseller at any stage.
Yeah.
I do e-commerce. I mean, technically, it's resell at some
Yeah,
stages,
in a way.
In a way, but yeah, it's really cool. So we have a.
So
like
that's
an
another actual coin.
Yep.
There was 2 back-to-back coin releases. So this was the 80th anniversary of World War II, the end of World War II coin. So it was a $2 coin.
Yep.
And that's, as you can see there, that's the whole write-up. So we'll put the retail, the resell, and then further below, you'll see there's a full in-store list. So all the physical stores releasing. And then further down, you'll also see the online websites releasing in the times.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and then if you look even further below, like you'll see eBay sales.
And I'm looking at all the websites as well, potential website releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. In-store.
And then
drops.
also, like on top of that, we'll set up the product monitors with those keywords. So when they do release, we had a coins monitor channel. So
Yep.
in there, all the release, like all the websites that released with those keywords, it got sent into that channel.
Yeah,
and then
wow.
everyone's clicking those links or the ATC links or whatever, then checking out. We had a shit ton of success. Even like we have like a few guides and stuff. There's like a way you can order via the phone, and we have a few guides of how to actually get through the queue quicker. And
Yeah.
just little things like that.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at so even here like Auspost shops that still have stock. How much was pre-sale?
Oh, it's
so
constant updates.
This
like,
is crazy.
This
This is great.
release went for like 3-4 hours. It lasted for like I was updating how much stock's still left or
Yeah.
all
That's
those
cool.
sort of things.
But usually these new coins that release into Ozpost are usually quite good, I think. Like they're all limited.
Yeah,
Right?
a lot of the coins lately have been like pretty good.
Yeah.
There's some more bluey ones coming out later this year.
Where do these coins get released to? Do they just go to Ozpost? They go online?
Yeah,
Is that
so
pretty
it's
much where it goes?
Australia Post, and then they go to Royal Australian Mint. So
Yeah.
that's like actual authorized dealer.
Yeah.
And then there's also a bunch of other smaller coin retailers that
Yeah.
get their allocations as well. So they do a mix of online in-store release.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, a lot of them have limited mintage, which means like there's only, for example, that one there only had, I think it was 10,000 made.
Yeah, wow.
So they get eaten up pretty quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, on eBay now, those ones are selling for close to 500, and the retail
Is it 500 per coin?
per coin, which
That's
is crazy.
fucking nuts. Because it's a $2 coin,
$2
right?
coin end of the day, but you're paying. I think they were $90, so you're paying
Okay.
$90 for this.
Plus minus shipping, whatever.
Yeah. But then it's like that's flipping for 3-4
5x,
times.
yeah, or even 5x. That's crazy. So I think for a lot of people at home who don't realize, you know, a lot of people complain. Australia is a country where, and I'm gonna cop a lot of shit for this if this gets clipped because I'm Asian, right? And that people hate it. Like I'm born and bred here. I'm fucking as Aussie as it gets. But because I look Asian, I look Chinese because I am Chinese. Like people would just look at me and go, "Oh, he's talking shit about Australia." But the reality is, once you start looking at it, I've noticed something is. In Australia, in general, a lot of people just whinge. They complain. They're fucking victim mentality.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? And if you don't think you make enough money, that is on you. You've
100%.
literally proven here that you can just go into your local post office. You may even luck out and see this coin. You'll look at it and you go, why the fuck would I spend $90
Yeah.
on a $2 coin?
Yeah.
Where the other side of that mindset is, if I spent $90 on this $2 coin and there's only 2 left in the post office and I buy both, I can then go home, chuck it on eBay for $300 each.
Yeah.
And today I've just made the same amount I would have made in my salary
Yeah.
for 2 or 3 days of work.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's all mental.
It is
bro.
mental, and that's why like I have a free channel now where I post a lot of things on our Instagram. You know how you can
Yeah,
make
yeah,
those channels, and I feel like I've been posting a lot of insights in there, being like, okay, this is a member. He just joined a few days ago. He was literally joined from this channel.
Yeah.
He was skeptical as well, and he's already made like at 7-Eleven actually the other day there was these Pokemon's 4 booster boxes at each 7-Eleven store in Australia.
Yeah.
I posted the info. People went around to multiple 7-Elevens,
Trying to
copped
find it.
multiples.
Oh, fuck.
And one of these guys got like 7.
Yeah.
And that's like $80 profit each. So you're looking at what? Over $500
Yeah.
profit. He joined a few days ago.
Wow.
And it's just like, how much do I have to baby you in a way? Sometimes you do have to like baby them
Of
and
course.
show people that like it's possible.
Yeah. You know why? I think it's because it's scary, right? The idea of needing to spend money to make money
100%.
is fucking horrifying to a lot of people.
I agree. And I think, yeah, that's the thing. But at the same time, you got to look at it like we said earlier. It's like you're paying someone that's been doing this for X amount of years.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. If you want to start reselling yourself, bro, try.
Yeah.
But you're not going to know about 3/4 of these products releasing because well, you wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, bro, why the fuck would I ever look at like a fucking DIY airplane, or why would I ever look at Pokemon packs when that's not what I'm interested in?
100%.
Even though I know it's a big market, how the fuck would I know what to look out for?
That's the thing. Like you can know that things are a big market. I'm sure a lot of people know that the sneaker industry,
even
and
like
stuff,
the NBA cards and all of that,
all that
massive
stuff.
markets.
Like people know that it's a big market, but it's just like, okay, where do they start?
Yeah.
And I get messages all the time being like, fuck, I've been looking for a group like this, like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah, okay, like sweet. But then you get other people where it's like, fuck you, I'm not paying money. I can get this Pokemon info myself.
Yeah,
It's
go
like,
do it then.
Go do it, bro.
Go for it,
You're
bro.
commenting on my videos, but
Yeah.
it's like, you had no idea this released today. Did you know about this?
Yeah.
You probably didn't.
That's right. Go do it.
So I'm not going to force people to come in, like,
Yeah.
and that's why the organic just works so well.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think what you're doing is, definitely in line with the right thing. Because what's really interesting about the reselling market is, and same thing with the crypto market, right? Like when crypto was early days, everyone thought it was a scam. Then now your mom, your dad, your grandpa's fucking buying crypto. That's when it's already too late. It's already fucking too late anyway. And then now you look at things like, for example, everyone talked about Labubu for a while, and Labubu was, to be honest, the hottest thing. It made the founder of fucking the richest man in China for a while.
Making what, billions or something?
Bro, he's literally the richest man in China because of Labubu. Now he's not, because the value has tanked so much.
Yeah.
But when you start seeing, and I had this mum go to me, we were at an event one day, and this mum came up, she's like, yeah, I got all this Labubu stuff for my son, it's so good. And it's not the keychain one, right?
Okay.
It's the actual like fucking the model.
Yeah.
And they're worth nothing.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
They're literally worth nothing. But she's like, yeah, I got this. She's like, I bought $400 worth to put into my attic so that it will accumulate value. And I was like, I looked at her and I was like, I don't know what to say, but
not going
I was like, I don't know what to say, but you bought the wrong thing, you know? So it pays to have knowledge in any field you go into. And I think this is an important lesson most people learn too late, is that if you can pay to shortcut your pain and your losses, you pay to shortcut that any given day of the week, provided you can find enough track record and evidence in the person that you're trusting that into.
Oh, that's the biggest thing.
That's the hardest part.
You can't just dive into it, find an Instagram ad and be like, oh, yep, this guy's got this car.
Correct.
I'm joining. I'm going to get that lifestyle.
But that's like the Ty Lopez back in the day. I'm in my garage, you know, I got my Ferrari, this and that.
But that's just all like...
That's too old school
That's really on you, man. Like, you got to be doing all that research yourself.
I agree.
And if you don't, it's kind of your fault.
Well, if you get scammed, you deserve to get scammed. That's what we used to say.
In a way,
yeah. Like, I mean, there's enough information out there for you to do the research.
Oh,
right?
There's so much.
Yeah, there's so much. If you want to go learn e-commerce, learn from someone who has a successful e-commerce business. If you want to go learn reselling, go learn from a successful reseller that has a reputation in the industry. If you want to learn crypto, go learn from someone that has reputation in the industry. Right? You wouldn't want to go and learn from someone who hasn't. Even property. There's so many property buyers agents. Yeah. If you're in property yourself, you know, you try to find the information, you buy random shit. That's one of the biggest decisions you'll make in your life. You're about to spend $1 million. You don't think paying 15, 20, 30 grand for some consultation or to someone who has a $50, $100 million portfolio is not going to help you make a better decision.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? So it's very, very important. But one thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure a lot of people will be thinking about it too, is I want to talk about your cars, right? Yeah. This is something that, yes, it's very flashy. And I'm sure you've made a very fucking flashy purchase. And so, to run me through that journey, because not many people get to the level where you're at with the cars. But talk to me about, like, I saw on your post you bought your dream car at that stage, which was an AMG. Yeah. What was it like? So you've got a C63S and you've got a Hurricane Technica, right?
Technica,
yeah. Which is the newest. Is that the newest? Technica the newest?
Well, it's the last V10. So the newer ones, you've got the Revolto and...
Well, that's a $1 million car, that one.
Temerario or whatever it's called. But they're, way more expensive and they're also hybrid. So So, I think at that stage, the business was growing quite well. Like, would have been around 2018, 2019. No, sorry. It would have been around 2021, 2022.
Just pre-COVID or during COVID?
Okay, so COVID helped the business blow up quite a bit.
For sure.
And there was a lot of people that were trying to make online money and stuff. It was a little bit hard actually to sell because
no one had money.
Yes, in a way, but then people were getting like those payments from Centrelink.
That's true. And
it's just like, okay, well, they were happy to invest because for them it was free money in a way. Yeah. But the business did grow a lot over that period. And I think I didn't have any intentions of purchasing any car or anything like that. But I was just like, I think one day I was just like, fuck, I think it's time for an upgrade. Like,
we've had What were you driving before?
Well, my first car was a BMW 318i. It was like
not
2004 model.
Okay, older
$5,000. I literally made a video actually the other day through the cars that I've bought over time. But then we upgraded to a 2013 IS250 Lexus.
Yeah, nice.
And I love that car. I still got that car now.
It's a mad car.
I still got that car now. It was a mad car for my age. And during that stage, the Discord was going well, but it's like I had people saying, as if you haven't upgraded your car yet. Yeah. Like they knew that I was like, the group was going well. And I wasn't too fazed by it. Like I've never really been into cars.
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's mad to be able to do those sort of things, but I'm not a big car guy.
Yeah.
So, I think I was heading overseas to Europe in about 2022 towards the end of the year. And I think just randomly, I was just like, I rang up Mercedes and I think I found out from a mate that they were stopping the V8s on the C63Ss. So I was like, fuck, I want a V8. Like, I don't want a hybrid or whatever. Yeah. So I called up and I had pretty much a lot of people just laugh at me because there was a big wait list.
Yeah.
And from there, I called different states because I thought maybe like I'd have more luck there. Anyway, they were like, oh, we actually have one. It was this like navy blue. And I was like, I actually don't care about the color at this stage. I'll wrap it if I want to. Like, to be fair, I wanted the color that I actually got.
Yeah.
So
Yours is a what? Like a matte black?
It's like a matte black, but it's factory. So people
Yeah.
always think that it's like wrapped or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's actually a factory color. So anyway, they got me this navy blue one. I signed a contract, and then all of a sudden, like they had to cancel it because apparently there was allocation issue. And
Okay.
It was allocated to someone else.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, well, fuck, bit of a fuck around. I was G'd up.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's all right, we'll find.
Did you pay a deposit and all of that?
I
as
paid
well?
a 10,000 deposit, something like that, and then I was just like mad. I was about to travel to Europe.
Yeah.
Just ordered
Come
my
back,
fucking
hectic
dream
car.
It'll be mad, and then yeah, they ended up finding me like another one, which was this bright yellow one. And like I said, I didn't care about the color, but I was like, I'm taking what I can get.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck yeah. They gave me my money back for the blue one. I put the deposit back down for the yellow one. And I was on edge because I didn't know what was happening. And they're like, all right, it's probably going to come in a few weeks. And I was like, oh, mad. Like, I'm going to get it just before I leave.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like about a week prior, and they give me a call. They're like, hey, man, I'm so sorry. Like, we've had another issue with the allocation.
You're like, bro, fuck this.
Our system's like fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God. And they're like, it's all good though. We're going to make it right for you. We're going to make sure that we find one. We know like we fucked you around ultimately twice now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, surely third time lucky.
Yeah.
Get a call randomly. And they show me this car. They said it's like a matte black. And I was like, can you just send me some photos? Send me the photos. And it's literally the color that I would have wrapped it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, boom, I'm taking it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, don't fuck me over here again.
Yeah.
Like, this is the one. And from there, that was it. I went overseas. I came back and I picked up the car like a few days after I got back. I don't think I realized what I'd just done. Like,
Yeah.
like I'd been reselling all this time. I didn't even have any idea that I was going to be purchasing this car, and I've just got it in front of me now. And it's just like a shock. I was just like, this is mad. Like, I feel like...
Did you finance it? Did you pay it cash?
Nah,
how do you split it?
So I financed about half of it, and then I
Smart.
paid up front the other half. And
Yeah.
most people...
Much smarter.
They think that financing is, you finance
no.
your car, but anyone that actually does business, has property, they know that financing is
It's not
a
an
good
issue.
way to go.
Yeah.
And for tax purposes as well,
Correct.
you'll know it's a benefit.
Correct.
So-
People always give you shit. Oh no, it's on finance, bro. It's on finance. But you don't understand. It's
I spoke
structuring.
about it the other day with someone,
Yeah.
and I think they don't realize that even when you finance something, you need to have a good
Yeah.
salary.
You have to
and
be able to
good-
afford
Yeah,
to repay the
They
finance.
will deny you if you don't.
Correct.
Like, it's actually harder to get finance.
Well,
than,
go try
like,
finance a Lambo.
Yeah.
If you fix finance so easy, go finance a Lambo. Go on.
It's not. Like,
Yeah.
your repayments will be a shit ton, and they won't even give it to you.
Yeah.
Let alone, they probably won't even give you insurance.
Correct.
That was
correct.
an issue for me.
Because
but
you're
we'll
young.
Get done
Yeah.
there anyway. So, yeah, I've had this C63 since about end of 2022. Mad car.
Hectic car.
Everyone always thinks, like, I rip it, I go hard.
Yeah.
I'm not driving it crazy. I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
Um,
Sounds good to.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Haven't done anything to it. Like I said, not a big
Stock?
car
Bone
guy.
stock?
Full stock.
Oh, crazy.
Thing was, I didn't get to spec it, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but I was happy with how it was spec'd.
Still a V8
Everything's
C63, yes.
Correct.
Yep.
So from there, it was just like, what's next? And it was earlier this year, 2025. I was out with a bunch of boys, and one of my mates, he told me, why don't you get a Lambo? Like, why don't you try get a Lambo? They're going to move to like all hybrid soon.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. Like, I said to my friends, like, I would like to get one soon, but
Yeah.
I didn't have a time period.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it. Let's give him a buzz. So it was Monday morning. At the time, my missus had no idea what was going on. My brother,
Yeah.
my family, they had no idea. And I've just like randomly called up, and I was just like, hey, do you guys have any like Lambos available? Like, I'm looking for like a V10.
Some Lambos
They're like,
available,
They're
yeah.
like, which one are you looking for? And I was like, oh, I'm looking for like a Hurricane or something.
Yeah.
I didn't even really know what the options were, to be fair.
Yeah.
I didn't want like the...
Because you're not a massive car guy, right? So you wouldn't have
Correct.
known.
But I just wanted to see what was available and if I could actually get my hands on it.
Yeah.
And once again, they laughed in my face. They're like,
course.
nah, like, we've stopped printing them. Like, they stopped making them, I think, 6 months ago at the
Yeah.
time. And I was just like, fuck. They're like, yeah, you'll have no luck. We've got a big wait list. We've stopped taking orders. We can try and get you, like, the new ones. The new ones, way more expensive. Didn't want to spend that
The
much
Technica,
really at
right?
the time.
Yeah.
Well, I got the Technica,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
but-
originally you wanted just the Hurricane that was.
Yeah, I
on
was
the
happy,
app.
like the Hurricane Evo and
Yeah.
stuff, but I didn't know like what the years were.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
when
yeah.
they like, I wanted to get a brand new one, which is what I got.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like if that was still being made, the Evo, or what it was. I know they had the STO and obviously the SVJ, which is impossible to get unless you've got a track record buy-in. But yeah, so I called up a few other states once again, and nothing. I called up this store in Perth. The guy, like, I asked him a few questions. I'm young, so he's probably thinking this guy's taking the piss.
Yeah, it's got
like
what a fuckwit.
Yeah, anyways, he said kind of no,
Yeah.
but then he had a little bit of, well, he did say no. Then he had a bit of a pause, and he was like, but I do have one coming soon.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and what is it? And I got a bit excited. I remember sitting in my room. I was by myself, had my door closed. Didn't want my parents, anyone to hear, because I didn't want them to stress out.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
why the fuck are you buying a Lambo?
yeah. And I was just like, okay. And he started telling me a bit more about it. He said, it's this blue colorway. And straight away, my instinct was, let me look up what blue colors come in this car. And there was like 3 different blues. There was like the one
blue?
I have, there was a dark blue. And then I think there was this aqua color, which I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
And then I was like, can you just send me a few photos? Like, I'm keen. And he told me the price. And I was like, fuck, that's actually not bad. Like,
well, how much was that?
It was 600,000 drive away.
Okay.
So I didn't get to spec it, obviously, or anything like that.
Not spec'd again, yep.
Not spec'd again. He sent me the inclusions. He sent me photos of the car. But these weren't even photos
of the
like
car.
in hand. It was literally the, you know how when the car's getting made, they...
Oh, on the monitor. On
the
screen.
Those sort of things. So... looked mad, and I was just like, within, I think it was like 20 minutes, I responded and I said, I'll take it. And I hadn't asked anyone yet. I mean, end of the day, it's my money. If I wanted to
it's your
buy
money,
it,
that's
like,
right. It's your
I'm
money.
happy to do it. And
how did you structure that one? Did you do deposit and loan again, or?
So I paid a few $100,000 up front, like just paid it, and then the rest I just financed it. So yeah, that was the split there. And then
they shipped it over.
Yeah, well, I was traveling to the US with my brother, and they said, like, the car's going to come soon. And that's when I had to be like, okay, I need to get a warehouse to store this thing. I can't take this down my ramp in my garage. It's going to scrape the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And then, that arrived. I said, because it was from Perth, he wanted to send it on like a trailer and then drop it at my house. And I was like, I want the whole experience. If I'm buying this thing...
You flew over?
Nah, well, I didn't fly over.
I thought you were going to say you flew over, then you drove it through the desert.
Well, to be fair, I would have flown... If I didn't get the option that I had gotten, I probably would have flown over just to get all that, the content. It's a big thing. For me, it was a big thing.
And because you're young, it's definitely content. Right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Even when I did pick it up, like, he's like, we've never had someone your age recently buy it.
Yeah.
Like, buy a Lambo, like, brand new from us. And I was like, fuck, like, that's mad. And then they're like, oh, we want to bring you to all the events and stuff. People will love you. Like, you're young. Like, they'll appreciate the hustle. I'm just like, yeah, that's, like, mad to hear. So anyway, the guy in Perth spoke to, he's close with the dealership in Sydney, Lambo Sydney, at Leichhardt. Called them. Shout out to Austin. He was happy to take on the delivery.
Yeah.
So they got it shipped to him.
Yeah.
And then I picked it up from there. And
mad.
It was mad. I was able to bring like camera guys with me and stuff so I could get the content that I wanted. Because I feel like if it just got dropped off to my house, it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like I'm buying a second-hand one.
Yeah.
So I got to experience the whole thing. I got like, they gave me this like miniature figure of the car, which was mad.
That's cool. Yeah.
And just like a few other accessories and stuff, which was sick. And yeah, that's kind of how I got it. So it's pretty lucky. 2 cars, 2 cancelled orders. Didn't get to spec it.
But still good.
But I'm appreciative of it. And I feel very lucky to be able to even get it.
Yeah.
And also, like things could have been very different. So
okay, so this is a very interesting question. A lot of young people at home would dream of having your life, right? They'll dream of having your money or success. They'll look at you, you have the Lambo, you must be rich as fuck.
Yeah.
We know the reality of owning a Lambo doesn't mean you're rich as fuck. It
100%.
just means you've done well, right? And you're not super mega rich.
Yeah.
But what was your psychology when you got the Lambo? How did you feel?
Well, I think in my head, when I was looking from the jump from the Mercedes to the Lambo, I like to envision a lot of things and manifest. And I think I just manifested me driving in a supercar. I actually went to Dubai and stuff. We rented one over there. And I think even just driving that just made me think like, I need this thing. And the whole psychology behind it is I feel like sometimes it's good to level up because it makes you actually work harder. And me driving that car, every time I drive that car, I get ideas, I get this rush, and it makes me feel like I just want to keep growing and building. And it's not like I think, oh, what's the next car? Like, I don't really care about that, but it's more, it makes me think of the journey, and it's like, I worked my ass off for this. Like, I deserve it in a way.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone needs to have those goals, manifest all those sort of things, and dream of the things you want, because they're not going to come overnight. You do have to work for it. But if you put in the hours, you put in the effort, you sacrifice things, you have a good circle around you, you have good family, friends, missus, whatever it is, supportive of you, you can make it work. And it's just all about determination, because it's really not an easy journey, and I want people to know that it's not an overnight easy journey thing.
It's 10 years for you, right?
Correct. And there's still a lot of growth left, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Like, I still think there's a lot more room for movement, growth, business, property, all those sort of things.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a start, and we're in a good position.
How do you feel now that you've owned the car for almost a year now, like 9 months almost? How do you feel now? Is it any different to the first day you got it? Like, is it just another car for you now? Or is it like kind of, how do you feel driving the car now?
I think every time I drive it, I still get that feeling like I actually can't believe I'm driving a car at this age.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like feeling that, because it's not just like I get in it, it's like, oh, it's another car. Like, pretty humble with it. I like just like appreciating what I've gotten and the position I've been, and just blessed to be able to have people support me to help me put me in that direction. Because I feel like if you have the wrong guidance from some people, or people are pulling you back from certain things, it can actually fuck up like where you're going with things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. Yeah, still to this day, it still feels like surreal.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Well, next time you have to bring it over.
Yeah, for sure. Should have just brought it today.
No, it's all right. It is what it is. No, that's cool, man. That's really exciting. Now, I want to kind of touch on this as well, right? Because again, same thing. Going back to the point, you are young. You are 25 years old at the end of the day. You've now got yourself a Lambo. You've got a C63S. You've got a business that's thriving. It's doing fantastic. You're doing really well, making a lot of money for yourself, which is great. A lot of people out there will obviously judge you. We know tall poppy syndrome. Sure. They're going to watch this episode. They'll probably be like, oh, what a fucking wanker. You know, he's 25. What gives him the right to do all of this? But I have a feeling you are actually pretty smart with your money as well.
Yeah.
Have you invested into other things? Are you in your stocks, your crypto, your property? Like, what sort of other things have you looked into exploring to grow your wealth?
I think it's a question I get a lot. Like, there's obviously people that think that I just go out and spend my money and stuff. Yeah. I do like traveling.
And you can, though. Like, the thing is, you can. Thing.
It's like, I'm not going to let someone tell me what I can and can't do.
Correct.
Like,
and you should.
I've earned it. But yeah, I do like to travel a lot. But besides that, I do invest a lot of my money, especially into property. So I've got a bunch of properties all around the country.
Great.
Mix of like commercial warehouses, townhouses, houses. It's a bit of mix of that, all being rented out. So I think that's where I want to go with it. I think in the future I could probably look into doing flips, renos, demolitions, all those sort of things.
Flipping Pokemon cards to flipping
houses.
That's
the thing. Like, that's where the number plate resale comes from on both my cars. Like, it's resale. It's not reselling drugs. I'm reselling whatever it is to turn a profit or just keep like building myself and the growth and stuff. So
I love that.
Yeah, I think recently I have actually built a circle around me, like a team that are now working for me with investments. They work with my accountant.
Yeah.
So the things that I kind of want to do, like I will move into like stocks, ETFs, those sort of things.
Yeah. So you haven't really dived into that so far?
I actually
just
haven't.
Mainly
like,
property, hey?
I did dive into ZipPay a while ago.
I got pumped.
3-4 years ago. Put in probably 15-20 grand.
Yeah.
I remember my uncle was like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, technically it does look good.
Yeah. Theoretically, ZipPay
and I don't even think there's any money. I think it's gone.
I think it's actually
I think
zero.
I'm fucking 15 or 20k down.
It's gone.
I think that's where, like, I know, like, I probably should have done some crypto and stuff, invested in that, but I think I don't know enough. There's always room to, you can say I should have, but it's like, I'm taking the right direction now, the right steps.
Yeah. Well, it's never too late, right?
It's never too late. And there's always, I didn't realize how many different avenues there are to actually
put money away,
diversify your portfolio. Like, I'm just thinking property, but there's so much more than just property. You got private equity, you got stocks, crypto, whatever it is. There's so much stuff, and I'm open to it all. And I think having the right team around me now that's able to
help you
work with me, like I'm still telling them what kind of I want. Like if I just want to do property, they'll work around me for that.
Yeah.
But it's more so I actually have a team that's working for me, not because to be fair, with all my properties, me and my dad have picked them.
Oh, really?
I've not used the buyer's agent at all.
Oh, wow.
My dad, he doesn't have many properties himself. He's got one property or two properties.
Yeah.
Like they're not very deep into it. So it's just been luck of the draw. Like
Yeah.
he'll be like, oh, this one looks all right. So I appreciate that him helping and stuff. He's picked some good ones, trust me.
Yeah.
Do
you buy your property here in Sydney or are you looking at Queensland? Where do you
Nah, so I have a few in Sydney. I have 3 or 4 in Sydney, I think.
Apartments or houses?
I've got one apartment. Probably one thing that I regret is buying an apartment.
Yeah.
Bought it in Hurstville.
Oh, yeah. Which one? I had a High Point.
It's on Durham Street.
Okay.
It's a
older
new
one?
one.
Or
Nah,
new
it's
one?
brand new. And that's the thing. I didn't have any knowledge around property, so I spent well above the threshold for the first homeowners grant and stuff.
So you
and obviously like strata and stuff you're paying. So I probably wouldn't do apartments again.
Yep.
Maybe it's something I look into in the future. But besides that, everything now I've got in Revesby, I've got a warehouse. I do like warehouses. The yields on those is great.
Yeah.
But then also in Adelaide, Canberra, I've got one coming up later this year. Or next year.
You got a house in Canberra or apartment in Canberra?
It's a house.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Most people in Canberra get the apartments.
Yeah, so I got a house off the plan.
Yeah.
And that's gone up 150K just from when I
Wow.
bought it about a year and a half ago. And some people say don't buy off the plan. If you do your research,
It works,
You're
works.
You're happy to like not take the risk, but look into the developers that are actually running the projects, not buying off random developers that have run 2 projects. Like buying off big developers. So in a way, if it works, it works. For some people, they prefer to do buy an old shit house, reno it. That works as well. I actually haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I'm happy to explore that. But yeah, most of my things have actually been off the plan. And everything has done really well.
Yeah. Because you know what's interesting, and this is a good topic and good point. I've actually had 2 friends on the podcast. They own real estate company and they're specialists in off the plan. So maybe I'll do an intro for you. They would love you. But they make money from off the plan. And then I've had also my other friends that are in real estate who fucking hate off the plan.
Yeah. I saw a video today actually saying like, I think it was that Jack Henderson guy.
Jack was on the episode. Jack was on like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, so I saw his TikTok ad the other day and he said, do not buy off the plan. It's one of the worst things. And I'm just thinking, I saw some of the comments, people are saying like, I've actually made a lot of money off the plan. And trust me, if you're buying in the right locations, right developers, it will work. But if you're not doing your research, you're buying in shit areas, no infrastructure, no schools, whatever it is, I'm sure it will go downhill.
Yeah.
But that's where like the research comes in. And I think I've done pretty well in a way, alongside my dad with helping me at picking the right ones. Like the shittest one that we've picked is probably some storage unit, which I've just ended up using it myself.
Yeah.
So...
Well, there you go. Yeah. See, that's good, right? And I think with off the plan, a lot of people don't realize too is there's timing as well.
Oh, for sure.
So it's just like when you're buying reselling stuff, the sooner you get in, obviously, the better it is for you because you're going to get the longest run up for you to get the profit. Oh. And the same thing is for these developments as well. Is if you buy at the final stage where it's already almost at completion, you're paying the maximum price for the lowest amount of profit. So that's how it works.
Well, that's the thing. Like I think when I bought the Canberra property, it would have been like 2 years ago now. And I'm actually kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
It's been a few delays, of course, because of like weather up there and stuff. But I think I only paid like a 20K deposit.
Fuck.
So that's just 20K up front.
And that's become 150.
Yeah. And that's, in the space of those 2 years, it's already gone up. Like there's still some that they're selling now and they're selling it for like 150K more.
Fuck.
And it's just like, that's just money made from nothing in a way. It's like I didn't have to... I think it'd be a different story if I had to take out a loan and stuff that early. Yeah. But it's like you're just paying a deposit. Sometimes it's even cheaper than that. Like it depends how much.
Correct.
They'll usually it's 10%, but sometimes 5%. It really depends. Like maybe I spent more. I don't remember. Actually, it's actually been that long. I don't remember. But I did quite well with that one. But yeah, I think property is like it can be a hit or miss game. But I'm still learning stuff myself,
bro. You're 25,
taking out
man.
equity and all those sort of things.
Correct.
And that's where like the people that I'm working with, they know all that stuff. I still get confused sometimes about tax. I pay a
Of
shit
course.
ton of tax.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah. Absolutely.
fuck me. Like, why am I paying so much?
Correct.
And people, I get messages all the time saying, "Oh, you're paying the ATO."
Yeah.
Fucking know if I'm paying the
Yeah,
ATO.
bro.
I'm
You would have
paying
just
the
got on
ATO a
your.
shit
What
ton.
are we now? We're in November. Yeah, you would have just got on your
I
bass.
just pay my bass.
Yeah, exactly. I just paid my
I'm gonna
bass
pay it in the next few days.
6-figure basses, bro. Fucking heavy times. But yeah, that's so good, bro. Let me touch on this before we start to kind of wrap up for today. You said and you mentioned, and I think this is a very smart thing for you to do, is you started to get these advisors into your life very early on, other service providers, professionals. Yeah. What do you surround yourself with? What does your team look like? Because you're young, you're making good money, and now you bring a team around you to help you invest and diversify your investment portfolio.
Yeah.
Who did you hire, or what did you bring around you?
So recently I just moved accountants. So I think I was within a family accountant.
Yeah.
My actually family didn't use him, but I got recommended by someone, and I've been using him for a while. And I think I've gotten to a point now. I probably should have left a bit earlier, but I've gotten to a point now where my wealth is growing.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting the right advice in a way.
In terms of what, like structuring, or
Structure, even
Yeah.
trusts,
Okay.
those sort of things. Just all the things that I probably should have had set up earlier. Like even buying properties. Like now I want to do it in a trust.
So you've brought everything under your own name so far.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Very risky, but yes, we just had
Risky
this.
in a way.
You would actually like the last episode we filmed two days ago.
Yeah.
Because we literally, the whole entire episode was on finance structuring,
Yeah.
tax structuring.
Well, that's where I feel like. So recently I made the change, got a new accountant, very well experienced accountant.
Yeah.
Very expensive, but like we said, the value that you get from it is going to be insane.
Yeah.
He's even said to me, I'd be surprised if you don't save the tax that you're paying us per year.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I just need good advice around me. So yeah, I got that. In terms of, I was just using a Commonwealth Bank broker, but I've now changed to a private banker.
Yeah.
So they're doing all the work for me. I've already gotten better rates just from switching with them. And then financial advisors who they'll come in with my accountant, sit down. My accountant will work out how much surplus funds we have to invest, and we'll kind of talk with the financial advisor. I'll be like, okay, maybe let's explore this, or let's explore into crypto this month. I'm happy to take a bit higher risk.
Yeah.
And then it's all just about risk factor. And from there, they're doing everything for me to try and build my growth, or help me grow. And I think even just like a lawyer as well,
Yeah.
I don't really have any issues and stuff with that stuff. But if things do go like pear-shaped, at least it's there.
Yeah.
I think it's good to have people around you just like supporting you and that actually have the best interest for you.
Yeah.
I think when you're starting out, you have an accountant or whatever, like they're just doing the basic stuff.
Yep.
They're just doing your tax return. They're not like looking into the right structures and things. And that's where I feel like you've got to know when to take the leap to move, pay a bit extra and move to someone that's a bit more experienced.
How did you find or identify the current team that you're working with? Did you just Google them? How did you actually find these guys?
So my uncle actually, he used to work at Commonwealth Bank.
Yeah.
He's a general manager, doesn't work there anymore. And he had quite a good network of people.
Yep.
And
He referred you.
yeah, he pretty much referred me. I used to tell him about my structure and he used to just be like,
What the
mate,
fuck,
what the
bro?"
fuck are you doing? He said, we need to get this sorted. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck. So he referred me to someone, and from then it's just like,
Referral.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just, I went in there, spoke to the accountant, and he's just like, all right, we've got people, financial advisors. I'm sure your private banker has.
Yeah.
It's like, we can, if you want to have a meeting, bring them in. We'll talk with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's just like that now. So
That's good. Big moves.
I feel like it has to be. It's been long enough, but never too late. Like
Of
you
course.
have to do it at some stage. And I feel like once you realize that you're able to do those things and it's actually going to help you in the future, because
Yeah.
end of the day, I'm not thinking short term. I'm thinking long term.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's how you got to think.
How can I be worth 50 mil at 40 years old, you know?
Oh, for sure. I feel like once you're just starting out, you're thinking short term.
Yeah.
How can I be better every day?
How can I look
How
cool,
can I,
get the nice stuff?
all those sort of
Yeah.
things. But once you actually start building your thing and it's like a machine
Yeah.
and it's just rolling, you got to be like, okay, how can I make this machine, a $2,000 machine, into a $10,000 machine? It's
Correct.
going to just print more, help you grow.
Yep.
And yeah.
I love that. Very smart. You know, a lot of people say don't work with family, but what I'm hearing from you is you've got your dad helping you on real estate. You've got your uncle helping you on finances.
Yeah.
I see your brother sitting here as well. So,
Yeah.
like, run me through what's the thought process there? Why'd you get your family involved? What'd you do? Like, where'd you get your brother from? Why'd you pull him into the business?
Yeah.
What was that like?
So my brother was working as a plumber for his whole life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Not his whole life, but like for the past 5 years before he actually joined like, what am I saying? Before he joined
the Discord group.
Nah, not joined the Discord group. He was actually never into reselling until he actually like started working for me. And I think we went overseas to Europe. It would have been maybe 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I think we had a plan that like when I get back, he didn't want to be doing a plumber anymore. And I'm just like,
for me.
yeah. And I think at that stage, my content there wasn't much content.
Yeah.
And I was very stagnant, but I was happy with the members we had. But I also wasn't pushing myself. Like I was sometimes just chilling at home.
Cruising.
Like
You've already got the C63,
Yeah,
drives fast, making extra profit.
Yeah,
like, you're
it's
good.
like-
Life's
it's-
good.
And that's why I feel like I appreciate working with him now, because he actually pushes me to work more.
Yeah.
As do like other people around me. But I think, bringing him in, we've already worked some of the numbers out. Like the amount of additional members from when he joined the team until now is like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I've made my money back for his salary,
Yeah.
a shit ton.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the start it was probably like what's he gonna do, this, that. But end of the day, like there's so much shit that he does, and maybe I don't even appreciate it enough. But
Yeah.
he does a lot of things that just helps, like make things a lot simpler for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes there's costs involved with certain things. Like maybe I didn't need to hire someone. I probably didn't. But it's like, I look at it now, like the value that I've gotten in return is insane. And sometimes that's how you have to look at it.
Correct. That's another big fear with businesses. And, you know, you're learning these lessons very, very young. Is obviously when it comes to hiring someone, scary. In Australia,
cuts your profits.
salaries so fucking high in Australia. You know, is it worth it hiring these people? Do they even have the experience? But, you know, at the end of the day, like, fuck, if you can do it and they bring value to the business, great. If, you know, they say hire fast, fire fast, right? So that's how it is.
True.
Or hire slow, fire fast, you know, if you want to go that path.
I feel like it depends how quick you're growing. If you notice you're growing quick, like
you need people.
you just got to keep it flowing, because if you're growing quick and then all of a sudden, whatever it is, let's say you can't ship enough orders in time, like you need a team around you.
100%.
Because that's going to slow down certain things. It's going to affect your customer service. It's going to affect the end result for the client, what they're receiving. Like I want to streamline, like we've changed so much things. Like even just when they join the Discord, we used to do like video call, like meetings and stuff, and realized it took out a lot of time. But it's like, now we made an extensive guide and their own custom support ticket where you have access to talk to the staff, ask whatever you want.
Yeah.
And we'll check in with you. You join, we'll be like, hey, any questions after a few hours?
Yeah.
Most people will be like, no, all good, bro. Like it's pretty straightforward. Some people will be like, oh, I'm just a bit confused with this. You've got that there. For me, I'm traveling a fair bit. Like I'm going overseas a fair bit. So I like to relax a bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like prior to hiring my brother, I was like,
stressed
if I'm going on a Europe trip for 6 weeks, like I did, the last thing I want to be doing is fucking checking my phone every day. Like, and I've noticed, like when I do go overseas and stuff, not as much now, but we were losing some members because I'm not as active, not as posting that much stuff. But now it's like, I've got the right team around me.
Got
and
the
everything's
customer service.
Yeah.
Now the stress is on him. It's not on you, so it's all right.
Nah, literally. To be fair, he was.
It's like this. I was like, fuck, I know.
He was. I told him like, you're gonna come today. You're gonna get a bit of content and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, like, and I saw him 2 a.m. in the morning. I went up to get a drink of water downstairs, and he's working from like 2 a.m. to like 4 a.m. and he's like, just hustling it out. And he actually enjoys doing what he does. And the thing is, he has the flexibility to do things he wants as well. And we work pretty well together. Like,
That's good.
I feel like no one's going to care more about your business than like your family in a way.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
you can get friends and stuff, but are they going to care about it? Most friends don't want you to do better than them. It's a fact.
Smart man, yes.
And at the same time, if you're getting some random, I always say to my mates, like, if you're running a coffee shop, if the owner is not there at the coffee shop, the staff are not going to give a fuck.
100%.
They're doing nothing.
100%.
If the owner is there, the staff are fucking working their ass off.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like that goes in line with our Discord as well. Like, I'm always around in the Discord. If I just fucked off 24/7, people would be commenting in the wrong channels, typing shit in the wrong channels, doing shit they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And like, staying on top of things and being the face of your business is a big thing.
Yeah.
And that's where like me showing face on socials helps a lot. I'll do Instagram lives at times, TikTok lives, all those sort of things. And people remember my face. They don't remember the business. But they do.
Yeah.
But it's who's running that business in a way, because a business without a face behind it, you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Especially your type of business when
That's
everyone
the
is
thing.
labeled a scammer in the first place.
Yeah, if I didn't put my face on it and I'm posting all these cars and that's like,
You could just be any
I
dickhead.
like being authentic. I like stating things. I like posting everything.
Yeah.
Like, just try and be as authentic as possible, because at the end of the day, you're trying to persuade someone to join, but not persuade them in a like scammy way.
Yeah.
You're just trying to show them that shit actually works.
Yeah.
And it isn't bullshit like a lot of these other people. So
Yeah. You know what? I think that'll be interesting. I actually want to try it. So what we might do is, if we get the chance to, we're both busy people, but
Yeah.
if we do get an opportunity, I'm actually going to participate in some of these, obviously, Discord announcements that you have.
Of course.
And let's see if we can flip some stuff and show people that, you know, it's legitimate. Whether we make a short series out of it or a YouTube video out of it, or even a follow-up podcast to this. This will be very, very exciting. So stay tuned for that as well, guys. But last question for today. And this is one I think will be quite an interesting answer from you, because you're still, like I said, just 25, still young. You're still a young buck. So it's like, if you could go back in time and you were to talk to, you know, your younger self, or potentially even in the future to your son, right, or your daughter, and you wanted to help them get to your level of success now, and you have to be very proud of where you have come to. You're very successful for, 25 years old, and you've done very, very well, and you seem to be a very humble and quite intelligent of a person. So if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice, and we call it unlocking the cheat codes of life here on Point 01.
Yeah.
What do you think is that cheat code? Because life is a game, right? You'll go through
100%.
different levels, and you'll know now that there are different levels to things, different level of people, different caliber of anything that you meet, right? It keeps going up in levels. What do you think is the one cheat code you've learned over the last 10 years since you started selling lights on the street at 15 to 25 years old buying a fucking Lambo, right? What's the one cheat code if you could go back to 15 and go, hey, Jordan, do this, and at 20 you'll have what you have that I currently have now? What do you reckon that is?
I think the thing for me is, what I experienced myself is, you have to sacrifice things in order to make it work. Because if you don't, if you're living this lifestyle, how are you actually going to get to the position you want to? You just need to grind early and start early, because if you're starting too late, it starts getting a bit more riskier. Like, if you're 25, not 20, let's say you're 30, trying to start something, married, kids, about to fucking whatever it is.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to start early, and you learn so much more skills, and you're already ahead of all people your age. And that way, you just mature quicker as well. Mm-hmm. And I feel like those life skills will help you in your business aspect, which can then help you pursue your goals and your business in a position where you kind of dream of.
Powerful. That's good. I think it's really great piece of advice there, is to, really start early and refine that sword, and, get to that point where you can really, go out and achieve results. I think that's really, really good. Awesome. So where do people find you? Where do people follow you? If they want to check out the Discord, where do they find you? What are you on social medias and where?
So the Instagram is just low-key Discord. You can check it out there, or lowkeydiscord.com. That's where you can join. But the link's in the bio on the Instagram. But you can see all the stories, all the things that we've recently bought, all those sort of things. Mm-hmm. And then from there, if you have any questions, you can send me a message, and that's it.
Easy as low key. So LOWKEY, right? Not the other low key, but low key. All right. Well, thank you for coming and joining us today, Jordan.
Bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I hope you have enjoyed that episode of Point 01. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow along on all our socials at Point 01 Podcast to watch all of the shorts again. We release an episode every single week, and we hope you will join us as we continue to explore the minds of those who make up the 0.01%. Until next time, keep hustling. I'm your host, Alan Fu. I'll see you on the next episode.